What is up, guys? Back here again with my top 5 NFL games of the week. I didn't do this for week 1. I really wanted to. But I'm definitely going to do this hopefully for the weeks to come. Let's get right into this. The game I think I'm most intrigued by is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this game is huge for both teams. Joe Flacco had a monster performance his first game. Threw for I think 299 in about 2.5 quarters basically. So after basically him stating he's the best quarterback in the league and he's elite, he went out there and he proved it. Now he proved it against the Cincinnati Bengals, not the greatest defense in the world. I think the Eagles are a little better defense, but I think Flacco, again, I think this would be a true test if he really wants to prove he's one of the best. He's going to have a big game here. The Eagles are so high-powered on offense. So they got Michael Vick, they got LaShawn McCoy, they got Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin. I mean, they're just a very high-powered team. The Ravens defense again is stout. That's going to be the best matchup for me is the Eagles offense versus the Ravens defense. I think this game's going to be really close. I think this game's going to come down to the wire. I'm going to take the Eagles in a slight upset. I just think they have more offensive firepower. I don't know if I necessarily believe that Joe Flacco's elite yet. I got the Eagles in this one. Next game down here, the Lions versus the 49ers. Boy, did the 49ers ever look good against Green Bay. And boy, did the Lions look bad against the Rams. I actually watched that game from St. Louis, so I'm a Rams fan. I'm also a Lions fan. I'm also an Eagles and a Colts fan, in case you cared. So, yeah, I do think the Eagles a little bit biased, probably. But in this game, I'm not going to do that because the Lions looked kind of sluggish against which should be not. I mean, I'm not saying the Rams have a bad defense. We have a building defense. We're building on a foundation, and our foundation is our defense so far. But the Lions should, I think, still performed a lot better in that game. They're going to get slowed down even more by the 49ers. I think the 49ers are actually going to take this by at least 10 points. I really think the 49ers are going to come out to play. Their methodical style of just kind of ramming it down your throat until they finally score. That completely took the Packers out of the game. And if it completely took the Green Bay Packers out of the game, I think it's going to take the Detroit Lions out of the game too. I've got the 49ers winning this one by a pretty decent margin. Then we got Broncos versus Falcons. Two teams who are just, I think, love to pass the ball all over the place. Peyton Manning looked phenomenal in his Broncos debut. Matt Ryan looked phenomenal for the Falcons opener. This is just going to be a fun game to watch. Honestly, for me, I'm a huge Peyton Manning fan. It's the reason I was a huge Colts fan. I love seeing him win the Super Bowl. He looks different in a Broncos uniform, but he's still, if Week 1 showed he's still the same old Peyton Manning. He played against, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense and just obliterated them through the air. But I think the Falcons actually have this one. It's hard for me to go against Peyton, but I mean, the way the Falcons just handled the Chiefs in Arrowhead was pretty huge, and sorry about that. And I just think that they've got a little bit more offensive firepower right now. They've been together for longer. I just think they come out with a victory here. It's going to be a close game too. I think the Falcons are going to pull away at the end. Next we have Jets versus Steelers. Man, did the Jets look good the first week. Mark Sanchez looked fantastic. The defense looked fantastic. Everything about them looked fantastic. The Steelers ran into Peyton Manning. That's the only reason they lost. I mean, the Steelers, I think, played a pretty good game up until, the final couple of minutes in the game where they kind of just let it get away from them. I think it's going to be a close game, but I honestly believe the Jets are going to win this. For some reason, I just see the Jets going into the Steelers. I mean, I almost want to take that back because I don't see the Steelers going 0-2, but at the same time, I think Mark Sanchez has a chip on his shoulder. This is a toss-up. This is honestly a toss-up. I might really switch my prediction in the middle of this video. Fuck it. I can't say Ben Roethlisberger's going to lose 2 in a row. I'm going to go Steelers here. But I think the Jets are going to have a gutsy performance. And if they win, then, shoot me because I had them 30 seconds ago. But again, I think it's going to be... I think the Jets aren't going to score near as many points in this game. I think it's going to be a gritty game, too. I think the Steelers... If the Steelers want to win, they need to dictate the clock pace. They need to dictate ball control. I think they'll probably do that in this game after getting kind of torn apart by Peyton Manning at the end of the Broncos game. And the last game I really want to see, Redskins versus Rams. I have to see a second dose of RG3, Robert Griffin III. What a fantastic game he had in the first game. That was better than Cam Newton's game last year. That was just ridiculous. He's going up against the Rams revamped secondary, who I believe had 4 picks on Matt Stafford, 3 or 4. They almost pulled the game out, too. Honestly, I was very impressed with the Rams defense. So that was one of the games I actually watched and paid a lot of attention to. Almost ruined my eliminator because I had the Lions beating the Rams, and I never do want to vote against the Rams because they are, still my favorite team. I shouldn't do that. But I see. I don't know. I think the Rams might win this one. I'm gonna pick the Rams in a slight upset. I think they're gonna get to Robert Griffin III after he had such a great week. I think he's gonna, the nerves are not gonna be there near as much. I think he's gonna falter a little bit. I mean, and I think the Rams defense is better than the Saints defense. So that's my predictions. That's my top 5 games. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Comment, subscribe if you enjoyed what I said. I'll probably be back with an overview at the end of this week, guys. Peace.